Probably.
That's a
Welcome
good.
to Humba Da. Hum by 8, drunk by 10. Hum by 8.
Yep.
New name, new branding. Hum by 8, drunk by 10.
Home by 8,
Uh,
dumb by 10.
we're doing a third and wrong. It's been a while, probably. What was the last third and wrong we did? It was, the Dan Brown
It was,
Trio.
yes, it was you.
It's so good.
Oh, that
You'll
was a
notice
fun time.
our Twitter hashtags names are swapped this time because things happen.
I don't know which way it is.
Follow him. Don't follow me.
Don't,
We're gonna do a
don't,
little bit
don't
different.
follow either of us. We never do.
After we talk about these movies today, we're going to choose the next series based on a coin flip because I didn't want to set anything up, and so there we are. We're gonna
That's a
do
good
coin
question.
flip.
What coin do you want to flip? I've got a 10, a 1, 100,
One
a
is
5,
ridiculous. You'd flip it.
5, and a 50.
Um,
If you need a 500, I could accommodate. What do you feel like? Which
do you have
which
do you have
one?
a hundo?
Oh yeah.
I feel like hundo's the way to go because one's a joke. 5 and
Okay.
50 are both. They have a hole in the middle.
Well, the good thing about ones is I got a bunch of them, so when I flip them and lose them, we could just start over because they're so light.
What's on the 100? What's on the face and the other not face? I don't remember. One says
It's just
100 on it.
yeah. It's just the
What's on the other
number
side?
100. I've been told this is some kind of flower, but it just looks like a mess to me.
Oh yeah, no,
Always.
it looks like 3 flowers.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that it's 3 flowers, but also weird choice. But maybe the different number of dots in the middle security thing. I don't know. All right, I got a bunch of hundreds, but we're gonna go with this one.
Yeah, just one's fine. We don't need to
Got it.
flip a bunch. All
No,
right,
we
so
can't.
Abbott and Costello Meat is the name of this 4-bagger. We had 4 movies. The first one. What do you remember? What was the first one? First one was Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Yep.
All right. Second one was Dracula.
Invisible Man.
All right. Invisible Man. Third one was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yep.
And the fourth one was The Mummy.
Yeah.
I was very excited to get to this series from way back. Several incarnations of this series. I was very excited. Very excited. And before we had started this series, if you had asked me, hey Brian, are you a fan of Abbott and Costello? I would have said, yeah, I think I am. I don't know if I would say that now.
I think this is just gonna be an agree-a-thon.
I don't know why necessarily I would have said that at the time. I remember our mutual friend, also a member of the Knockdowns, Mr. Bryce Bennett. He used to be real big into Abbott Costello, and I watched a bunch of movies with him, and I liked them at the time. And of course, the Who's on First, What's on Second, that whole thing.
Yep.
I always thought I was an Abbott and Costello fan, but like, I did not enjoy any of these 4 movies very much at all.
After I'd watched the first and the second, and then we knew we were gonna do this today. You like back to back watched the third and I think I had caught up to you, so we were both at the second. You watched the third and fourth.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'm gonna try and bang those out, this week. And it was super hard for me. Like, I don't remember exactly what you said. It was something like good fucking luck or something like that.
Yeah, I think that was
And
exactly.
like, it was so hard for me to not say, you have no idea. These movies are so hard to watch. They're so boring.
Yeah, I think I
Like,
said. I think I would quote myself as saying, "Good fucking luck, bro."
oh
Which,
yes, yeah. I think yes. That sounds right. Good, yeah. And it was so hard for me to not reply to that and say like, you have no idea.
but I did. I absolutely knew because I feel the same way. Why are these movies so? It's not even that they're bad. There are like
No, they're
some.
not. They're not bad.
There's some actually really cool, interesting things. Like even in the first movie, Dr. Frankenstein, when they go to the island for the party and they do like the wall spinning stuff and like there's
Mm-hmm.
moments and sequences that should be interesting but are not, and like some things, for example, like when Dracula transitions between the bat and the Dracula, and it's like an animated fucking GIF that shows up. It's like ridiculous, but I mean, okay, sure, it's a 50-year-old, sorry, 70-year-old movie at that point, but like
Yes, fucking old.
like some of the stuff is just so boring. Like the whole sequence when Frankenstein when Dracula is first introduced in the Frankenstein movie, and like the whole interaction between him and Costello, and like it's just so boring and bad, and like, oh man, these movies were not fun to watch, and I'm sad. I'm very
Me
sad.
too. Me too. Like this. I'm not going to read the entire. Like, I only have very limited notes on every movie.
Mm.
But one of my early notes. Well, you'll see how early this is.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "This is just cheeseball obvious jokes that I just don't. I don't think they're funny."
Mm-hmm.
And then my next note is, "I hope B enjoyed this." And then my next note is, "Oh God, I am only 20 minutes into this."
uh-huh.
And then my last note is, "And 15 minutes later, I still haven't laughed." Like that.
Yeah.
That was like, I like the who's on first thing is funny.
Yep.
Like it makes me laugh. Like I've seen it multiple times. It makes me laugh every time. It's
And
funny.
I am also a fan of like movies and TV shows from this era.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, coming into this, I thought I was an Abbott and Costello fan, and I don't know what it is. I don't know which movies I had seen before that I enjoyed, but it seems it wasn't these. But like I love Lucy. I think that is a great show from this era. I like The Honeymooners from this era. I like a lot of movies and TV shows from this era. But none of this was good. It was just boring. I don't know why.
I don't think I'm not I can't go with you on none of it is good. I think there's some stuff got me.
Uh,
But so okay, so for if we're gonna go movie by movie, specifically the Meet Frankenstein one, so here here comes the theme. I had to rewatch part of the end because I didn't stay awake
uh,
to, to watch the end.
uh,
So I had to go back again.
uh,
And so in my mind, I mean, I don't, there's no way you're gonna remember because all four of these movies blend into one giant movie to me. Like I can barely tell one from the other.
Sure.
But the last 5 minutes ish of the Frankenstein movie was like the physical slapstick stuff that I thought the entire movie was gonna be. But it's just boring nothing and bad jokes. And then the last 5 minutes ish was like slapstick comedy, which I still didn't think is funny, but I can appreciate physical comedy. I can't believe that those two have not broken multiple bones and had multiple concussions.
Sure.
Because the things that happen in these movies is wild.
It's like Buster Keaton.
Yeah. But so what I noticed in the first movie, and I think it goes throughout the four, is I loved ScoobyDoo as a kid.
Oh, okay.
I watched that movie, or not movie, the cartoon all the time. And the influence is like A to B. It's so direct.
Sure,
it's just there's more Abbotts and more Costellos, basically. But yeah, like the influence on Scooby-Doo, which was a cartoon I loved as a kid, is so clear.
Yeah, I can see that.
But still,
no Harlem Globetrotters
though. No. That is a good episode, though.
Well, there's
multiple
yeah,
actually,
for sure.
But yeah, if we're gonna move on to the Invisible Man, I thought this one might be the worst of the four. This one was real bad for me.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know if I would say it was worse for me than Frankenstein. I did not like Frankenstein. I was.
Also, sorry, yeah. Also, I was surprised at how little Abbott and Costello were in the Frankenstein one. Or was it Invisible Man? What one of them? Like it seems like they're not in it for like long sections, and all of these movies are super short. By the way.
Yeah, which was a blessing.
Oh God, yeah.
But yeah, okay. So you think that maybe the Invisible Man was the worst?
To me, Invisible Man was the worst.
I could go either that or Frankenstein. I thought both of them were.
I mean, yes, those are the bottom two for me, easily. But I could see an argument either way. But I think Invisible Man was.
So between Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and the Mummy, which one do you think was better? I would say. I feel pretty strongly that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was better.
Oh, absolutely. Jekyll and Hyde is easily the best movie of these four.
Oh, so also when I was watching this, I had the question: have you ever read the book, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde?
No, yeah, that's actually in my notes. I was like, I know almost nothing about that story.
I'm shocked.
I've never read the book. I honestly barely know anything about the character.
Huh.
So yeah, it actually. I know this is going to shock you, but I downloaded the book to my Kindle.
For sure. In my notes, I said something about. Yeah, no, I was wondering. I figured you had watched it, or sorry, you had read it. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that Mike's already read this. Nerd is my note.
But I will. I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
I've read The Invisible Man. I've read Frankenstein. I don't think there's a book.
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein?
Yeah.
You don't think there's a book about them meeting the mummy?
I don't think that. I mean, there probably are many books about mummies, but I don't think the one that Universal made about the mummy
Oh!
was a book.
The best part of The Invisible Man is it features Fred from I Love Lucy. Fred Mertz.
Where?
He's the guy. He's the dude, the old dude that they meet at the beginning of the movie. He's like in a lot of the movie. It's Fred Mertz from I Love Lucy.
Wow, did not notice that.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of I Love Lucy. I did not notice that at all.
Really? Also,
No.
I think it's Costello does a shoey. That's my other big note from The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
He does a shoey. Also, I think probably for me not saying that The Invisible Man is a good movie, but it was, I would say, by far the least.
Oh, I know where you're going with this, but
It's
okay, keep
least
going.
similar to what I expected the movie to be.
Okay.
Story-wise, it was so far from what I expected the story of The Invisible Man to be than any of the other movies. Yeah, I thought all the other movies were going to be like, scary monster. They fight scary monster. They run away from scary monster, and whatever. But like The Invisible Man, it ended up being like they were trying to help him and clear his name and do all this kind of stuff. It was way different than I expected the story to be. Much more so than any of the other movies.
I expected all of these to be like super slapstick physical comedy.
Monster of the Week.
Yeah, well, okay. And then I really expected all of these to be physical comedy, slapstick, who's on first? Physical comedy, slapstick, who's on first? Like I just expected that to just go back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, was not the case. My most important notes from The Invisible Man, it's in all caps, and it says, "Why does Costello skip everywhere?" He just like skips along everywhere he goes. I mean, he does it in all of the movies.
Good question.
But yeah, he loves to skip. He also is, I don't know how tall or big a dude he was, but he does some pretty impressive physical like he carries, like, we're gonna get there eventually. He carries one of those huge mummy guys around for a while. Like, he does a lot of physical stuff that is impressive for a guy that does not seem very big. But I have no idea how big he is.
I don't know either.
Was, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think he's around anymore, unfortunately.
But yeah, I don't have much to say about The Invisible Man. I didn't like it.
Some other notes. So the Meet Frankenstein, 1948. That was the 22nd movie they had made together.
Jeez.
1948. Wow. 22nd movie. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Because isn't the Mummy, isn't that like 50 something, 53 or something?
Yeah. I thought the special effects in the Invisible Man were pretty impressive.
I also have that same note. I have the effects in this one are pretty good,
especially after the Dracula effects in the Frankenstein.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Also, I thought in the secret recording machine being a fucking record player was pretty funny. It was fucking. It was this big, and he had to hide it in a bouquet of flowers. I thought that was pretty funny. Any other notes? So also, I thought it was weird how from movie to movie they like would change the names.
Yes, yeah. I think every movie there's a different name.
Well, so one of the
movies in the 4 we watched, I guess.
Yeah, in one of the movies they were named Bud Abbott and Lou Costello. In another movie, they had the names Bud and Lou, but they had different surnames.
Yeah.
And then in the other two movies, they just had entirely different names. It was, I thought, a really weird thing.
Well, I don't remember which one, but one of them was it Slim or Thin and Tubby?
Yes, yeah.
I don't know which one.
I think that was the first one. I think that was the Frankenstein.
Was that the first one?
Maybe, but yeah, I think so.
And then the last one, the Mummy one, I'm pretty sure.
I think they just had their regular names.
Yeah, I think they were just calling each other Abbott and Costello.
Mm-hmm. And the last note there's two more notes from the Mummy. One is the Egyptian pharaoh guy.
Wait, are we on the Mummy? We haven't even talked about Jekyll and Hyde yet.
We're just talking about everything.
Sure.
These are my last two notes for the whole series. So,
okay.
The Egyptian pharaoh guy, that was presiding over like the dances and all that stuff. He had the most white person voice I've ever heard in my life, and he's supposed to be this Egyptian pharaoh. It was crazy. And then the last note I have for the entire series is the bow tie on the zipper is awesome. At the very end,
yeah.
Costello gets into the
that fucking movie ends
and like zips up.
If you described the story of that movie, and you just ask someone like, "How do you think this would end?" There's zero chance anyone would say, "Oh, one guy's gonna fucking flute a sexy lady out of a pot, and the other guy's gonna flute a snake, a giant snake, and then just jump through a window."
Yeah, but only after
onto the first floor. Like he's already on the first floor.
Only after he fucking zips himself up into a fucking
into the craziest tuxedo
sweatsuit. With
that did make. I mean, of the 4 movies, The Mummy is the one that made me laugh the most.
And that was the best scene.
Oh, the final?
Yeah. Well, okay. Like seriously, it's him zipping himself up in that suit. That's the best scene of all 4 of these movies. With the bow tie on the zipper.
Yeah, for argument's sake, I'm gonna say Costello getting put into the X-ray machine with the stomach, and the second time it says help after they shook him up, and then they're just like jump roping him around, like that whole thing, and then like they're seesawing up into the ceiling like that. I was like, okay, this is so over the top. I kind of like this. But
okay,
yeah, I would agree. The snake arms, sexy lady coming out of the pot. that whole thing was good, and also the Mummy band was very good. But yeah, we still haven't talked about Jekyll and Hyde, which
we kind of did.
I think was the best
I think so too.
of the three. It's the one that has the most story and probably the least comedy. But
also, like I said, I figured you had read the story beforehand, but it is also,
no.
I would say, the story that I have the most or the least familiarity to. Like, I know the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but I would say, because I haven't read the source material, I would say I know more about the story of Frankenstein, the Invisible Man, and the Mummy more than this one. So, like, I
Oh
didn't
yes, yeah.
really know what to expect. When I went into the other movies, I knew what to expect, and I felt like the Invisible Man, it went in quite a very different direction than I expected. But going into Doctor Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, I didn't know what to expect more so than any of the other movies,
Mm.
and I found that to be interesting because it was much more open to, you know, going in a bunch of different directions.
Yeah. I also was obviously far more familiar with the other three stories. Well, I guess the Mummy doesn't really have a story, but yeah, I haven't even really looked at it. I don't know if the way that Jekyll and Hyde works in that movie is how it actually works. Because like I've seen Jekyll and Hyde in a bunch of different stuff, like
Sure.
ScoobyDoo, for instance.
Yeah, and like a
But
million other things. There's no way we
yeah,
could
like
ever escape.
I don't know how that's supposed to work. I don't know if like the whole like animal thing is even part of it. I have no idea.
Hmm.
But yeah, I found that one the most interesting. But like I said, a theme, that's the one that I had to start 3 times.
Why?
I started watching it and was like, oh crap, I got to do some other stuff. And I just couldn't get back to it. I was like, all right, I'll start this again. But then the second time I started it like super late. I was like, I'm too sleepy. I can't watch this. I have to go to bed. And then the next day, I was like, all right, I'm going to watch this one. But I liked it, so I'm going to start it again from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones, I was like, took down a note. I was like, oh, okay, I got 30, 40, 20, whatever minutes in. I was like, I'm not going back. I'm just going to start from wherever. Jekyll and Hyde is the only one that I would return to the start because I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Jekyll and Hyde is easily the best to me.
Mm.
Just for entertainment wise. I think the Mummy looks the best.
Oh yeah, sure.
Which is not fair. It's the most recent. Still 70 years old, but
yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, when they did the like, I don't even know what to I don't know what to call it. The like when it was it was Costello. Costello was in the foreground, and then like picture in picture there was like a lizard that was just shot like super close, so it looked huge. I was like, wow, this actually looks, I mean, bad, but for the time, this is incredible.
Yeah. 1955. My father was 5 years old.
Yeah, I think mine was 55. He was 8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit older, but not by much.
That's fucking crazy. I mean, okay, when we were okay, here we go. Here's a checkup. Ready? What movies came out when we were 5 years old? Let's say 1985.
Okay, I was not 5, but okay.
Yeah, basically. Isn't that like
I was
wait, when did Karate Kid come out?
I was 6.
1985.
I was 6 or 7.
Yeah, sure. Back to the Future. Rocky 4. Rocky 4. Not Rocky 1.
Rocky 4 is the Dolph Lundgren one?
I
Is
think
that the
so.
against the Russian guy?
Yes, Drago. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
Clue.
Yes. I've seen that movie way too many times.
Weird Science.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Cocoon. Brazil, a movie featured on a 5-bagger. Teen Wolf. Nightmare on Elm Street 2. These are all movies that came out when we were 5 years old, or 5, 6-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Commando. Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. The Color Purple. Rambo, First Blood Part 2.
Again.
Mm-hmm. Well, not again. We had Rocky earlier. Mask.
Yes, another movie we have watched.
Oh, sure, yeah.
On here.
Ron.
Wow. Okay. I've seen, I think, almost all of these movies. I'm gonna say Ron is the one that kind of sticks out, but it's supposed to be a period, like.
Yeah, it did not. I mean, it wasn't contemporary, but still, these are movies that came out when we were 5 or 6 years old, compared to Abbott and Costello meet the fucking Mummy that came out when my dad was 5 years old.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, anyway, I was disappointed. I'm gonna go ahead and put
Too
up a
bad.
vote.
I was hoping you would have enjoyed these since you were looking forward to this and picked them.
Yeah,
But
me too.
After the first one, was when I said I hope you liked these, and then after like The Invisible Man, I was like, I doubt he did.
Yeah.
and when you wrote me, I was like, shit. We're just gonna agree that these were not what we were hoping for.
And I'm super interested in watching some other Abbott and Costello movies again because I enjoyed them before, for sure.
Who's on First is still funny.
Yeah, brilliant even.
I was actually that's actually one of my notes. I was shocked that they didn't because they did a Who's on First in The Mummy. The pick shovel, who picks the shovel thing. I expected them to.
Yeah, that was actually pretty funny.
I thought they were going to lean on that for every movie, but I think that The Mummy's the only one where they do the Who's on First thing,
yeah,
right?
I think so too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm interested to dive into a couple other movies and see if there's anything there, because I thought I liked them a lot more than I feel right now.
But also, I mean, there's also, I mean, I don't know for sure, but there's also these are all just like the Abbott and Costello meet the Universal monsters. The actual Abbott and Costello movies might actually be funny, like actual like movies. Like these might be just like the Force, like okay, yeah, we've got this contract, we got to make 75 movies. So,
and like I said, the first movie in this series was the 22nd movie they've made together.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the other stuff, that is just those two might be way better. We may have just picked a bad selection of
Yeah,
their
it's
movies.
definitely not the last Abbott and Costello movie I'm gonna watch, but
No, me neither.
this this
I'm
series of 4 movies where they meet the Universal monsters, I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say this is not one of the top 3 movie series of all times.
no, I am fully with you.
I
This
feel
is
pretty
not.
confident that we could do better.
Yeah, I don't even remember what's in the top three for sure, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not part of the top three.
It's the Dollars
It's
trilogy,
dollars.
John
Some
Cazale, and
yeah,
then one more.
yeah.
What was the other
John
series?
Cazale, and then yeah, I can't remember the third one either. It can't be Tremors, was it? Was it Rambo? Is Rambo one of our top three? No, it's not. I can tell you who it's not. It's not Friday. Um, it's not Wolf and Cub, Cub and Wolf, whatever that one was. It's not that. Uh, what else have we watched? Major League? It's not Major League. Am I crazy? Did he make me watch those Mighty Ducks movies? We watched all of those, right? It's not that. What else have we watched? It's not the Kubrick. Not Kubrick movies. Yes. The Dollars is number one. Cazale is 2 or 3. I don't think Rambo. I think it might be Rambo.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh no! I just remembered. Is it Mad Max? Oh yeah, it's Mad Max, isn't it?
I think you might be right. I actually had no idea until you just said that, but I think you're right.
I think
It's
Dollars, Mad Max,
Dollars, Mad
Cazale.
Max, and John.
Why are you so afraid of saying Cazale?
What do you mean? What? What? Johnny boy. Is that?
Yeah, yes, exactly. You always avoid saying his last name.
I'm sorry. What's his last name?
Because this is awesome.
That's the one. I think you might be right, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is not one of the top 3.
No,
So
I thought it might be when we picked it.
I
I
was
was like, oh, I
hoping.
think this might be like top two. Like, I think it's gonna break the top 3.
I was
But,
hoping, man.
but
I was
after I
hoping.
watched the first one, I was like, I don't know. And then the second, Invisible Man, I was like, oh nope, this is definitely not gonna make it.
Yeah, I was very much hoping that this might get up in there, but it did not, unfortunately.
All right, now you're gonna have to make some time for me.
All right, I'll turn off your
Oh,
camera. Hold on. Wait, I can't turn off your camera. You can turn off your own camera.
yeah, I can. I'll be right back.
Oh, we've swapped places now. That's fine. Now I'm back to my correct location. So, yeah. I couldn't remember the third series that was on the top 3 until Dude McSilly brought it up. But it is Mad Max. One of the top 3 greatest movie series of all time. Hold on, I gotta kick this cat out. But yeah, top 3 series of all time. The Mad Max series, I think number 2. The number 1 is The Fistful of Dollars, or whatever it's called. And then number 3 is our boy Johnny in 3 other movies that he participated in, besides The Godfathers. So, pretty substantial, pretty good, pretty exciting. Now the next question is, since we're done talking about the Abbott and Costello movies, next question is going to be, what is the next series? And I have a particular series in mind. It's a series of 5 movies, all ready to go, locked and loaded. But am I going to be the one to pick the next series? I don't know yet. It's a 50-50 shot. And this other guy over here, we'll call him the Silver Fox. He might stand in my way. He's got to pick a series of 3 movies. I got to pick a series of 5 movies. I'm going to say, my series of 5 movies is 5 movies I've never seen. I haven't seen a single one of them.
I've seen 2 of the 3 movies.
Lord of the Rings.
In my trilogy.
Did you know that they made a
I doubt it.
made-for-TV movie for Alf? Because apparently the TV series ended on a cliffhanger. And then years later, they made a TV movie that I guess answers the cliffhanger question. I don't actually know. But when I logged into Amazon the other day, Amazon Prime Video, like the top fucking thing was like the fucking made-for-TV movie Alf movie. And I was like, what? Is this some fucking new shit? But apparently it's like from like the late 80s or something. Maybe the 90s. But like for some reason it's just come to market in Japan on the Amazon Prime Video.
Do you wanna because I'm never gonna watch it. Do you want to talk about Christmas Ninja or whatever the hell that horrible movie was you watched?
Christmas Karate Christmas Miracle something?
Yeah, whatever that was.
Christmas Karate Miracle.
That can't be right.
Yeah, it's whatever worst.
I didn't watch it, and I'm not going to watch it.
I didn't finish it.
You did.
I did not finish it. It is terrible. I will finish it someday, but I did not finish it yet. It is unbelievably terrible. And like I said, there's a semi-sequel called A Christmas Wrestling Miracle.
Yeah, some kind of wrestling something. Yeah.
Yeah. I have not watched.
Is there a third? Is it eligible?
No. Not yet.
Thank God.
Soon it will be. But yeah, I can't remember what it's called. Christmas Karate. I feel like there's a word missing. Christmas Karate Miracle something. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't remember the title.
It's, don't worry about it. Christmas Miracle Karate.
So this is just a coin flip. We don't have
a coin flip.
We don't have to double up on. Well, I guess we flip and then.
Nope.
Whoever wins
picks.
Whoever wins gets to say, my movie, your movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna pick my movies.
Okay, so we got flowers and we got numbers.
I'll take numbers.
You got numbers? Okay. Now, here's a thing that was
Oh, Jesus.
very controversial at my elementary school. If you pre-picked, like we have done, instead of in the air, which side goes up? I know. It doesn't matter. But this was very controversial at my school. If you picked...
Okay, the chosen side goes up. 500 up. 500 up.
It's not a 500, it's 100.
100. 100 up. 100 up.
100 up.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Do it.
But yes,
I don't care.
It always seems stupid to me. Like, who? That's the whole point of like flip, like
100 up.
100.
And I've picked 100s, right? I picked 100. I picked the numbers.
I honestly do not remember what you picked.
I picked numbers. Numbers
but
up.
your numbers now. Numbers are up. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
God.
I juggled it.
Oh no. Okay, invalidated.
No. Here we go. One more time. Got it.
Numbers. Show me numbers. I can't see anything. Just tell me what it is.
I can't see it either. What is that?
What is that?
Numbers.
Yeah.
That's
baby!
numbers.
That's numbers. Me again. Let's go. All right. I'll give you a hint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a 5 movies.
Wait. Before hints, how many movies?
5.
5 movies. Can I think? Give me 10 seconds to think of a series with 5 movies.
Okay.
Terminator. Does Terminator have 5 movies? Terminator.
Oh, at least.
Terminator has more than 5 movies, doesn't it?
At least it's not that. Can I tell you? I'll give you a big hint.
Sure.
All 5 of the movies have no connective name tissue, so it's not like Terminator 1, Terminator 2, Terminator 3, or anything like that. All 5 movies have disparate naming nomenclature.
And that's a big hint?
I mean, no. I mean, it's not like a big hint to help you. It's just it's just a big hint as to it's not a Terminator 1, Terminator 2.
When I find out what we are watching, I'll be like, okay, sure.
Well, maybe
5 movies that don't share names.
Also, I said earlier, I have not seen any of these movies.
Oh boy. Okay.
They're very famous, and you will be familiar with the main character from all of these movies, for sure.
Which would be less helpful? Like the genre or the years, the timing of the movies?
Less helpful is probably genre. Well, yeah, maybe.
I'm looking for less helpful.
Yeah, I'd say probably genre is less helpful than years, but that's
okay.
I feel like they go hand in hand. Years. The first movie was released in 1971. The last movie was released in 1988.
Sounds like it's got to be the Dawn of the Dead series.
No. They all star the same...
Which all share extremely similar things.
Yes.
Sorry, what?
They all star the same main character played by the same individual. I'm gonna say
71 to what?
88. I'm gonna say that the main character, main individual, has not previously appeared in a Second and Wrong or Third and Wrong or a Five Bagger. I don't believe he's appeared in either.
Oh, this is a new person.
I think I could be wrong, but I don't think.
71 to 88. No, I'm gonna need a genre. I have no idea.
Okay, after the genre, I'm gonna go ahead and just list the names of the movies in reverse order.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll give you the genre of the first movie in the series.
Sure.
And it is neo-noir action thriller, according to Wikipedia.
Would you say neo-noir?
Neo-noir action thriller.
Neo-noir action thriller. That's the first one, 71?
Yeah. The second one is an action thriller. The third one is
from way before I was
an
born.
action thriller.
Okay, can I ask one more question before you start giving me titles?
Sure. Fourth one, action thriller.
Do you think I have seen any of these?
I would not be surprised. I don't know that you've seen any of them, but if you had seen for sure the first one, I would not be surprised at all.
Okay.
I would also guess if you hadn't seen the first one, but you had seen another one, it would be the last one.
Oh, okay. So you think most likely I've seen first or last?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Also, I would very much not be surprised if you have this series on your list.
Oh, can I look at my five, right?
Sure, go for it.
I don't have whatever this is on my list. All right. Are you you're gonna start from 71 or
no? I'm start from 88.
88.
If I tell you the first movie, it's you just know it immediately. That's the only one of the series of names that is the name of the series. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's like if I said Star Wars and then I said A Force Awakens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not Star Wars.
I would be so angry with you if you picked any section of the Star Wars trilogy.
Just wait for
trilogies.
I still have not seen all of the Star Wars movies. I think I have one or two to go. No, I've got at least three to go.
I think I've seen them all.
I have not seen Han Solo, A Star Wars Story, or whatever it's called.
I think it's called Solo. But
I haven't seen The Final Frontier, whatever that movie's called.
I have no idea. It's not A Final Frontier, that's for sure.
And I'm not sure if I saw the one before that or not.
couldn't tell you what that one's called either. All right. God, 71.
Yep.
That's
all right. Here we go.
Okay, yeah. Give it to me.
This movie, the final movie, might get it for you. So, the first movie absolutely would give it to you because it's the name. Yeah. The final movie has a very good chance to give it to you. I feel like the other 3 movies.
Well, do you want to do the middle 3?
All right, let's do the middle 3.
Let's go 4. What's
number 4?
4?
Number 4 is called Sudden Impact.
What?
Sudden
I thought you said we didn't watch that before. That Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Nope, that's
I've seen that movie.
Nope, that's Sudden Death.
Oh.
Sudden Impact. Ready?
Impact? Yeah, I'm ready for
movie number 3.
Yeah.
The Enforcer. Can you get more generic?
The Wait, didn't you say this person is not showing up?
Who do you think I'm talking about?
These all sound okay. All 2 of them feel extremely Steven Seagal.
But 1971. 1971.
Yeah. So what was it? Sudden Impact and
Sudden Impact, The Enforcer.
The Enforcer.
All of these, except for the first movie, are very generic action thriller. Super.
Yeah. Hey, give me number 2.
Sudden Impact, The Enforcer. Number 2 is Magnum Force.
Is this Burt Reynolds?
No, but you're in this. I'm not even gonna say you're in the right ballpark, but
I don't know.
All right.
I know these names, but I don't.
I'm gonna give you number 5. Number 5 is The Deadpool.
Wow, you thought that would help? I
thought that was possible.
That's the least helpful of all of them so far.
All right. Are you ready for the first movie in the series?
Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
The first movie, 1971, is called Dirty Harry.
Oh, yeah. No, I've never seen any of the Dirty Harry movies.
Perfect. Me neither. I've never watched a Dirty... Oh! He is not new, because he's in the Fistful of Dollars trilogy.
Yeah, no, he's kind of been in a couple of movies that we've been in.
I totally forgot about that. Holy shit.
That series is why I've never really watched these. It's because I liked him as a Western character.
Wow. Okay. My bad. I totally forgot about that, even though we just talked about it. So, okay, the series we're going to be watching next.
That is incredible.
The Dirty Harry film series. Number 1, Dirty Harry, 1971. Magnum Force, 1973. The Enforcer, 1976. Sudden Impact, 1983. Quite a gap there. And then The Deadpool, 1988. Clint Eastwood portrayed Callahan, Detective Inspector Homicide Division Inspector Dirty Harry Callahan. 5 films.
Wow.
Yeah. I have not seen any of these. So, I'm excited.
I have mixed feelings.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the Fistful of Dollars situation. That does change things.
That fully threw me off. I was like, when you said, what was it? The one I flipped for Jean-Claude Van Damme. Sudden
Impact.
Sudden Impact. Yeah. Sudden Impact. I was like, I like for like a second I was like, isn't that a Dirty Harry movie? But we've
Shit.
watched dollars, so that can't be right.
Whoops. If
No,
you
no, 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 no. I don't think I would have ever gotten it.
if
But
the shoe had been on the other foot and you said Cinemapic, I would have never guessed it was a Clint Eastwood thing.
no, yeah, it's only
Wow.
there's like a 2% chance I actually would have said it or Clint Eastwood, but yeah. All right, cool. These are movies that I have avoided because I like to think of Clint Eastwood as a Western
Sure.
actor.
Unforgiven, fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of Unforgiven,
But I have seen Million Dollar Baby where he's not a cowboy in that.
I have not seen that.
He's a boxing coach.
Yes, I do know that. I think one of the guys from Unforgiven. Oh, maybe it's Tombstone. One of those movies. Recently, he passed away. So, shout out
No,
to that guy.
Yep. We're a movie podcast. Not a podcast.
Pecos Bill, I think is his name.
Movie show.
No, it's a podcast.
Where we both barely know anything about movies.
That's right. And we talk about them, kind of. Sometimes
all right.
Our names are right. Sometimes they're wrong. Good luck.
I'm interested. I'm interested in seeing all the Dirty Harry movies.
Yeah.
They're very famous. I know that.
Yeah.
I know.
Go ahead, make my day.
Yeah. Isn't that like misquoted? Isn't that not the actual thing he says? Or
go ahead, have a nice day.
Or no. Is it the something about punk? Something
you feel
punk?
lucky, punk?
Yeah. Isn't that maybe that's the one that gets misquoted all the time?
Luke, I'm your father.
Hey, well, we'll find out. Oh, please, no, don't. We cannot watch Star Wars on here.
He doesn't say that. He says, think about it, Luke. Who's your father? I think that's the line. Who's your... Oh, no. He says, think about it, Luke. Who's your daddy? I think that's the line.
You can't say stupid shit when I'm drinking.
Okay, later.
Bye.
Hanging up now.